Man, but that red bar.
Yeah, that was weird. I've never seen that before. Oh, there it goes again.
What
You're
the?
wearing your jacket too?
Huh. It's cold. It's winter.
He's not cold.
I could be cold. You don't know. Yeah,
Huh.
you're probably right. I'm probably over here burning up to no end.
I think it's on your brow.
Hey, can you check on your phone to see if we're actually live? Because it's doing really weird things over here.
Oh, hey, Ray.
Never mind.
Never mind. We're live.
Yeah, we're live.
She's got it under control.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
I'm Philip,
I'm Tommy.
and this is RCX Unfiltered, and we're testless.
Yeah, no
so
tests.
that's why we're already 2 minutes behind. And it could be worse than normal because
Yeah. Jacqueline refuses to give us a laugh track.
Yeah. Jacqueline refuses to stand in for Tess.
She's irreplaceable.
What?
She's irreplaceable.
Oh, she's maybe. We can all be replaced, I've been told.
That's what I heard too.
That's what I've been told my entire life,
Mm-hmm.
that I could be replaced. I don't know with what, but sure.
People were like, "Oh, the robots are going to replace us," and I was like, "Cool. They'll do all the menial jobs, and then we'll like make art and music and stuff." And they're like, "Absolutely no.
No.
Actually, no. The robots are going to make the art and the music. You still have to do menial tasks."
Right.
And I was like, "Oh, this is not the future I wanted."
Yeah, I've gone out and done some of the AI stuff
Yeah.
just because, it's a part of the whole IT world. And
Yeah.
I'm like, if this is what people want me to worry about, I'm good. Because it is
Yeah.
not the best.
I haven't looked at any of it. I don't know.
Yeah. It's
Hmm.
Well, hi, everyone. Again, we hope you had a wonderful, wonderful long week holiday, Monday
Yeah.
to Monday.
Yep.
So
Yep.
8 days, an 8-day holiday.
8 crazy nights. Wait, that's a different movie.
There was no one in this parking lot yesterday again.
Yeah.
And there was places open, but
Yeah.
there was like no one here at all.
Well, I'm glad we were closed then.
Yeah. There
'Cause-
was probably 1 or 2 more cars at the bar yesterday than on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, Christmas
So-
Eve was dead.
But we hope everyone survived their Christmas holiday and New Year's.
Yep.
It was actually peaceful for us. The people who usually shoot off the fireworks in our neighborhood, they must have been out of town.
Oh.
Because not a single firework went off in our neighborhood that I can
Wow.
remember. Because I was really concerned for the
puppy.
little piranha that we got. So, but she slept through the night or as long as she sleeps.
Yeah. For those of you confused, they got a new
Blame it on
puppy.
me.
Huh?
Yes, you were the piranha.
You're the
I
piranha.
thought he was trying around me.
No, well, I'm talking about Lena. We got a new puppy.
Mhm.
So that's
She's very cute. Very bitey.
very bitey. Poor Jacqueline.
Jacqueline looks like she's been abused.
Like Lena got her on the back of the knee
Oh,
the other
really?
day, and
Oh.
it is as purple can be.
Oh man.
Got in the carotid.
She showed me a spot on her arm the other day, and I was like, "That looks like a thumbprint. Keep your sleeves down."
It's winter.
Her hand is scabbed over nicely though. It's one big scab now
Oh.
on the back of her hand. I only have a few.
Nothing better than having a bitey puppy.
Man, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Jeez. Yep. Watson had it made for what was it? 4 weeks there?
Mm-hmm.
5 weeks. Watson and Todd the cat. He
Yeah.
had it made too. Todd's probably the one that's been the most upset in the last week.
I can imagine.
Yeah, he's been swatting at Lena a lot
Yeah.
because Lena, they're the same size.
Yeah.
Lena wants to play, and Todd's like, no, definitely not. We're not going to do that. But it's a new year, new comics. There are a handful of books that come out this week, today, tomorrow.
Today
sometime.
/ tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah, there's not a lot this week. The handful of books that came out are really
Yeah,
good.
There's good stuff though.
Like there's a lot of really good stuff.
See, these are all the back covers of all the good stuff.
But yeah, there's not a ton, but it's still worth coming out to the shop.
Yep.
To pick up some stuff because it's really good.
Yeah. A lot of pretty covers this week too.
Yeah, yep. I will say we've got more variants this week than we have in a while because
Stupid X-Men
yeah, they're so pretty.
and Amazing Spider-Man.
Yes,
That's okay. I got the variant. I got the variant that I want, which was my ROM. My ROM variant came out for Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I'm good to go. I'm good to go in there.
For all the ROM variants, I believe we ordered one of each. They were all for you.
That's odd.
I'm glad you actually have them in your possession.
Yes, I do.
He looked everywhere in our house for this freaking book.
I told him. This was the Guardians of the Galaxy one.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. You want to know how bad it was? She backed me up,
Yeah.
thinking that I had it. I did, folks. I looked around the house for me, this is a long time, which is about 20 minutes, right? And that's a long time for me because I only have a couple of stacks. Because I knew that the Guardians of the Galaxy issue with the ROM variant came out already, and it had not. It doesn't come out to the 17th. I still don't know what I was thinking.
I mean, it's possible
have
that it
no
was
idea.
supposed to come out already.
No.
And it got put. No.
no.
Oh, never mind. Just
Because
kidding.
I could have swore I held it. Like I could have swore I had looked at it like this and stuck it in this stack.
Mm.
And that's what got me confused because I looked through the stack. I'm like, where'd this book go?
The book and the same with Tyler Freeman.
He's just hallucinating ROM. That's pretty
fine.
normal. It's pretty normal. Yeah.
Well, when's the omnibus is supposed to come out next week?
I don't know.
Week after?
I don't know when things come out. I have to look
Sucker.
everything up.
Sucker. Because I have three of those coming. I love my ROM.
I know.
Put it right next to my omnibus that I had made years ago.
Yep.
Good times. There was a lot of there was a lot of books that came out this week though.
Well, I mean, there's a
Give
lot
or
of
take.
good books. Like
Yeah.
a lot of times, like if 50 books come out, 10 of them are good. This is one of those weeks where like 20 books came out and 10 of them were good.
All right, let's start some books.
All right,
We'll go Gang War. Gang
Sure.
War.
let's go Gang War.
We're going to gangs and the wars with
Mhm.
Amazing Spider-Man 41. 41. There we go. Sorry. Can't remember already.
Yeah.
I got distracted by the back cover, which is the Spectacular Spider-Man #1 that comes out
Mhm.
in some point in time. March. This comes out in March. But anyway, back to the Gang War.
Yeah, this issue is mostly about Peter and Tombstone and
Kingpin.
Yeah. It's
But the best scenes in it have Typhoid Mary and She-Hulk and Spider-Man.
yes, they do. I've never really been much of a Typhoid Mary fan.
Fairy.
Fairy
Typhoid
man.
Fairy.
I've never been a Typhoid Fairy man.
That's
true.
That's a new book.
Is that something like the fairy man? You take the people,
Yes.
the dead.
Yes,
across the
instead of a
river
coin,
Styx?
I get
Fairies.
a communicable disease. Yes, that's how it works.
See, if Tess was here, she'd be laughing right now.
She wouldn't know why, but she'd be laughing.
I know you're not gonna
Well, that was mean.
It
Anyway, back to Typhoid Mary.
Yeah, she's really funny in this, which is not what I usually associate Typhoid Mary with.
Yeah, she's not right.
Yeah.
But this is basically a big part of the game where it's literally it's Tombstone versus Kingpin.
Yeah, and it's a heck of a fight.
It literally is an entire issue.
Yeah.
It's- This whole issue is really Kingpin versus
Yeah.
Kingpin versus everyone.
And like
Yeah,
there's some
Tombstone.
like other stuff going on as well. But the main story is Kingpin versus Tombstone.
So if you're following the Gang War,
Yep.
this was the only Gang War piece that came out.
It
this
was,
week.
yes. Yep.
So
Yeah, that was it.
we'll move along. Nothing to see here. Next up from Boom is Pine and Merrimack #1. which is basically a detective comic.
It is.
But their names are not Pine and Merrimack.
That's right. Those are the streets where their detective agency are located.
The intersect.
Now, if they ever have to move, what
Yeah.
do they do? I don't know. Anyway, the core of this book I loved. It's a married couple who are detectives. They're both PIs together, I guess.
One was a cop, and she was a cop. She was a former cop.
Yep.
He was a former UFC fighter.
Yep. And they are adorable.
Yeah.
I love their relationship. I love the banter that they have. They clearly love each other and they have a great time. And then they pick up a case that I can see being upsetting. Like the last page, I was like, la la la, I like this book. And then I got to the last page and I was like, oh no, the mystery / crime is much worse than I thought.
And if you read I Hate This Place, this is the same writer.
Okay.
Same writer to I Hate This Place.
Yeah.
So, but I enjoyed this book.
I thought
a
it was
lot.
very good.
It is. I mean, I don't know if they're going to go any supernatural way or anything, but there's no.
Yeah, this is
This is
straight
just
up
straight up
detective book.
detective
Yeah.
book.
Yeah.
At this point, and I don't think it's really going to change from that. I like the fact that he called himself the preschool teacher.
Yes.
But you really need to read the book.
I read that to Gregory right after I read it. I was like, oh, let me read you this thing.
That's what I did to her. She hates it when I read stuff because I'm reading. I'm like, hey, you got to do whatever you're doing, just stop.
Yep.
Let
I did that to
let
him
me read
earlier
you this.
today.
He just called himself the preschool teacher, and I'm going to tell you why. So, but
Yeah.
yes, if you are into just straight up detectives, this is a prime book for that.
Very good.
You read this, right?
I did.
Okay, you didn't read this.
I did not.
So I'll talk about that. Next, we have, which sure, why not? Vengeance of the Moon Knight. Right? Yeah, it's a V on this one for some reason.
And if you were reading Moon Knight before, I rolled over your subscription into this
because
book.
this is literally the next issue.
Yeah.
It's not a time jump. There's not anything. It's if you've been reading Moon Knight, this is literally the next issue.
Mhm.
But it's going into what happened to Mark at the end of that issue, and then where this Moon Knight shows up. And this Moon Knight he's not nearly as cheerful as Mark.
And that's saying something.
Which is saying a lot. Which is saying a lot for this. So yeah. But it's everyone's back. It's once again, they had a small little funeral, I guess. So a handful of people showed up.
Sure.
A couple of superheroes, Cap, Ben.
So I don't know if it was related to this or not, but I saw a panel from New Avengers from years and years ago on Reddit last night. And it was a thing where somebody was like, hey, has anybody dated Moon Knight before? And everybody's like, no. And Spider-Man's like, no, a little bit.
No, that had nothing to do with this. Yeah. The only person I ever knew that he dated, well, he superhero wise, the only person he ever really dated was Tigra.
Okay.
That was back during the West
That was
Coast.
forever ago.
Yeah, the West Coast Avengers days. But like he's had multiple girlfriends in his life, and they've now run along because
Mark
crazy.
Yeah,
Mark,
understandable.
Yeah.
Understandable.
There's things.
Yeah.
So, but it was good. I mean, it was like I said, it was the next setup. They're setting up this new Moon Knight. We don't know who it is. It could be resurrected Mark, and he didn't resurrect correctly. So, which is kind of what they alluded to, which makes me think it's not him.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be him
I don't
until
think it is either.
Khonshu's released from his prison.
Yeah, that's my assumption is this storyline, just from reading this whole series up till now, is that's basically how they'll bring Mark back.
That's what I've assumed.
They're going to something's going to go horribly wrong with this one, and they're going to have to release Khonshu to bring Mark back.
Yeah,
because
that's my guess.
Yeah, it's already going bad. And then, man, this has got just too many titles, too many falls.
X-Men Fall Down.
Number 1. That's as good as any. Fall of the House of XX.
Yes, this is the first issue of this miniseries. Rise of the House of 10 is the other miniseries. These are the bookends to the House of X Powers of 10 that came out at the beginning of the story arc. This is the end of the first Krakoan age is where we are now. And there's some great stuff with Colossus and Wolverine. Like they're fantastic together, as always. Colossus is crankier than normal.
What?
Yeah. Cyclops is kind of a boss. Like he's been in prison and everything, and he's on trial. And they're like, "Do you have anything to say?" And he's like, "This whole thing is a sham. I will present you zero evidence of anything because this is nonsense."
Wow.
And I'm just like, Cyclops? What? Huh. But there's a plan in the background with various members of the X-Men, specifically Kate Pryde, who is extra cranky these days. So anyway, they've got a plan to try and save all of the mutants, but it's not going great. Like all of these different factions have kind of melded together as to one big faction, and they are doing everything they can to destroy the X-Men and destroy mutants in general.
Poor X-Men.
Yeah, so it's like, I mean, it's a similar take. Like
their life is hard.
X-Men are feared and hated, and they're trying to save the world. Except for now, they're kind of like, you know what? You hate us and you fear us, kind of same.
Huh.
Like we would like to leave now, please.
Yeah, we also want to go away.
Yeah, like I don't blame them. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's the X-Men and how they fall down.
Yep.
Next, we're going to talk about Captain America #5.
This has been my favorite run of Cap in a long time.
It has been.
It's been really good.
This has really been, and I think it's the flashbacks.
Yes. Yeah, I was about to say, yeah.
Half of these stories so far has really been flashbacks of Steve.
Like little skinny, sickly Steve going to Nazi rallies in New York and heckling them.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
And then helping the mob.
Yeah.
Which is, I'll be honest with you, so that whole part kind of has the Rocketeer vibe.
Oh, yeah.
So if you've seen the movie, it's basically near the end of the movie where all the
like the guy's helping is a real gangster, right? Like it's a real guy in history. I can't remember his name now.
Yeah, they're setting all but
he's like a real like mob boss from New York during this era. And like he has seen this skinny kid going out and heckling the Nazis.
Right.
And he's like, Nazis are bad for business. And he's like, hey kid, let me help you heckle the Nazis.
Yep.
The other amazing part of this book is the Doctor Strange doll that Steve has to talk to.
Ooh, a mint.
It's just a tiny amount of nonsense in this very like kind of serious book.
So right, and what's great about it is so that the doll is nonsense and Captain America hates it.
Yeah,
with a passion
because of the nonsense.
Yeah. And it's just and it plays so well, like with everything. Like
my favorite bit is he's like, I'm not carrying around a doll. Absolutely not. And I was waiting, and it not at any time did anybody go, it's an action figure.
Yeah.
I was really hoping that would happen.
Well, it's a figure. The argument's been figurine, right?
Yeah, figurine.
Doll figurine. Yeah. Cap goes, you're a doll. And Strange is like, I'm a figurine.
Yeah. And I'm like, anyway, it's been like,
here you go.
It's a super fun little bit of nonsense in a story that's kind of heavy and a little bit serious. So it adds a little levity to stuff. Anyway,
because everything else is very. I mean, it is a very serious.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Like
there's nothing fun about the flashbacks.
Yeah,
and you even get how basically Hydra got named.
Yeah, like the origins of Hydra happened in this book.
Yep.
Which that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool the way they set all of that stuff up too. So I've enjoyed this book. This has basically been one of my first reads.
Yeah,
when it comes out, just because.
So it's like at the beginning of the story arc, he buys an apartment building.
Cap does. Not little Steve.
Yeah, and not little Steve. Grown up Cap in modern times buys an apartment building, and starts fixing it up for the residents and whatnot. And anyway, there's a lot of background stuff happening. The background stuff doesn't happen so much in this book. This is very much like very plot heavy,
Right.
But the new background characters and side characters I really enjoyed.
Yeah, it's been really good. Straczynski's done a great job on this book.
Yeah, I mean, Straczynski wrote a phenomenal run of Thor, Spider-Man, Superman. Like he's very like when he gets an idea,
yeah,
as long as they let him run with it, he's fine.
as long as he doesn't get editorial interference.
Yep,
he's fine.
Yeah,
we call that the Spider-Man design.
just one more day.
Just saying. They've just all been left alone.
Yeah,
They just left Straczynski alone.
yep.
It'd have been fine. Next, we're going to talk about briefly. There's a new Batman Scooby-Doo Mysteries coming out.
So,
Number 1.
This is the third volume of this. The first two were 12-issue miniseries. Yeah. This one is ongoing. This one, I don't know. Hopefully, it will go on forever. This issue takes place at Haley's Circus. And instead of Batman, it's the Scooby Gang teaming up with Nightwing. There's a little Batman cameo towards the end.
Deadman.
Yeah, and Deadman. Like it's just super fun and kind of silly. And it's very much the new Scooby-Doo movies from like the late 70s, early 80s. It's just a fun book. Like they're all one and done. Like you pick up a book, you get a satisfying read beginning to end, and it's fun and kind of silly. And you know, the character work is pretty on point. Like the Scooby Gang are all who they're supposed to be. We get a really good idea in this issue who Nightwing is as a person, without ever meeting Dick Grayson. It's all just Nightwing.
What?
So anyway, book is fun. I recommend it to literally anyone if you like Scooby-Doo.
Dooby-Doo.
Also, it's nice to have a Batman book that I can give the 6-year-olds and have zero problems with it.
Huh.
Yeah.
You mean the current Batman book doesn't really play off to that?
No.
And then finally, we're going to get to your pick of the week.
My pick of the week.
Shazam
Shazam!
versus a Black Adam. The Rock. He's battling The Rock.
He's fighting The Rock.
Number 5,
At
right? Oh, number
WrestleMania.
7. We're up to number 7. I forgot we're on another series.
Yeah, we're on the next story arc.
Wow. That flew by.
Yeah, man.
So anyway,
This book has been one of the most fun reads every month. And this one is no exception.
it's the dinosaurs.
It's the dinosaurs. So like the dinosaur people from the first issue have a very like clerical society. They need to fill out a lot of paperwork. And in this one, dinosaurs come and they're like, we sent an emissary to get your paperwork filled out and it didn't happen. Now we are here to find out what happened to that guy. And they're like, actually, he's hanging out at the Rock of Eternity, like cleaning stuff because he really likes organizing things.
And they were like, what are you gonna do? Kill him? Like, what? No, it's just now more paperwork.
Yeah, we got to fill out more paperwork. Like it's, oh God.
It is pretty stupid.
So when the gist is when these dinosaurs first come to Earth, they end up in Kandak first. Yes, and the red shirts. The red shirt dinosaurs. That's what got me. I laughed way too hard at that gag.
Well, everything in here, they've used a ton of Star Trek references.
Yeah, they have.
So a ton of Star Trek references in here.
Like, the book is just fun. If you liked the Shazam, I can't speak to the second one because I haven't seen it yet, but if you like any amount of the first Shazam movie, this is kind of the same family dynamic. Like the parents and the kids look different because of course they do, but it's the same kind of dynamic. And it's just fun. Like it's everything I want out of a comic right now. It's fun, a little bit silly.
Part 1. The Captain versus Black Adam, part 1.
Part 1. Yes.
So that means there's going to be many parts of this.
Yes. I assume 6 because the first story arc was 6 issues. I assume this one will be 6 issues. I don't know.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Hey, that's all the books that I brought over
Yeah,
here.
it's everything. We still got 20 minutes.
What?
What are we going to do for 20 minutes?
So I stumbled upon. Yeah, I'm answering your question, but mine's long-winded. So on YouTube, I've stumbled upon the live cameras of where people have like bird watching, like over in Africa or animals. So that's what we're gonna go live, just watching us here. Just I'll take a nap and we can eat. Yeah, we can be eating in front and just always have a live camera on us.
I could use a snack. I'm not gonna lie.
The one we saw yesterday was a giraffe. They
Uh-huh.
they did a man-made water hole in Africa.
Okay.
So all the animals come there, but we saw a giraffe and we're like, how's a giraffe going to get that? So he has to like spread his legs out. And
I've seen giraffes try to drink. Yeah, it's
like,
it's awkward. They
Poor
need to
giraffe.
look out because if a lion runs up,
Yeah,
they're gonna get it.
yeah, they're not going to. Yeah, they're not going to get up pretty quick.
Yeah.
There wasn't a whole lot of trades this week,
No.
right? Yeah,
No.
the trades were probably a low number.
Yeah, there wasn't really
week.
much in the way of trade.
Ghost Lore trade finally
Mhm.
came out. That's a boom book.
The Black Panther,
Black
new
Panther.
Black Panther trade came out.
So there was a
The
few
new Black
trades.
Panther I've really enjoyed.
I
Like
read the
T'Challa's not the king anymore. He's kind of in exile, and he's gone to basically the Detroit of Wakanda, and is
Do they have a RoboCop statue?
sadly no.
Oh,
Sadly no.
dang.
He's pretending to be somebody else and kind of like working out mysteries and stuff in Wakanda, Detroit. I don't know. It's been good. It's a Black Panther story I do not recall ever reading before.
Would you like to come talk about that?
Jacqueline would like us to club people. That is what I heard.
With books.
Or does she want to go to a club?
I could not imagine. But, you know, these days are wild. We're now in 2024.
Who knows,
Like, who
man?
knows what could come out? Jacqueline wanted us to bring up that in future things, we are starting our book club up again.
We are.
And our first book club meeting will be here at the store at 4 p.m. on January 13th. And I think I got all that correct.
I don't remember.
I did, see?
But this first meeting, we're not going to talk about any single books. We're going to get together and just talk about books that we've read, that we've liked, and try to figure out what it is we want to read for our next get together for book club.
If we want to keep that format.
Or if we want to just sit around and talk about books. We do like talking about books. I'm not going to lie. That's kind of like what we do most of the time.
And then it'll break down and we'll start yelling at each other because I don't like that book. That book was stupid. We'll turn into a Facebook group. No.
I don't want to do that. Never mind. No.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. No.
So yes. So we will be starting up book club again. Be the second Saturday of the month.
Yep.
At 4 p.m. We'll be putting more stuff out there, but like I said, it's not going to be any one book.
Mhm.
We're just going to talk about books or come ask questions about books you would think you would like to read and things like that and go through that. And then, like Tommy said, we'll either pick a book for next time or we can pick a book and then do that book. But if you don't want to read the book and you want to read something else, we'll talk about that book. Odds are one of us here have read whatever you want to read.
And what, like, I was thinking, like, if everybody who shows up regularly is like, this is my favorite book,
Right.
I would like to talk about my favorite book. One
Sure.
month, we can all read your favorite book.
Right. Or not. And you can just
Or you
ramble
could
on
just
about
give
it.
us a, like,
Changes every day.
give us a dissertation, like, teach us a college course on your favorite book. Like, that would be cool.
My favorite book is Midnight Nation. I can talk about it all the time. Just saying.
Yeah.
It is.
That's fair. That's fair.
But yes, I can talk about Raw Dog.
We can make little pigs in a blanket.
Make pigs in a blanket and talk about Raw Dog.
Yep. We could have show and tell if we wanted to.
With Raw Dog. It's pigs in a blanket. See, little mini hot dogs. It's a book about hot dogs, people. It was a wonderful, wonderful book.
It is, in fact, a book about hot dogs.
I loved it. I need to get you to read. You haven't read Legends and Lattes yet, have you?
I have not. I
Yeah,
haven't read it
I
yet.
need to get you to read that, and then
There's a copy at
Bookshops and
home
Bones.
that has been sitting
Yeah.
around waiting for me to read it. I just haven't read it yet.
I love that book.
So I read a book last year. Phoebe gave me a book last year for Christmas. Oh my God, I forgot the title of it. Basically, it's a fantasy novel, but it's like a bunch of dudes that are our age or older who have to get the band back together because one of their daughters has been like went to a place to try and save people, and now that place is surrounded by monsters. So a bunch of old dudes who used to be adventurers have to get back together to go save this person. And it very much feels like if me and you and some other people we knew got together and went on a D&D style adventure.
I'm in.
Yeah, it was great.
And right now we're talking about actual novels, but our book club is graphic novels and everything, like any
right.
book.
Yeah, any book.
Book club, any book, any type book, anything.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, just come in with your list.
Yep.
Once again, bring in your book. Go, I want to talk about this book on this day, and we will. And like I said, that's going to be the second Saturday of every month, right?
Mhm.
Dear, at 4 p.m. Right?
What?
It's going to be the second Saturday every month. So the first one is the 13th.
Yeah, that's what it used to be. Yeah.
Right. Just making sure.
Only for my vote, everyone.
No, it's easier to just have a day.
Yeah.
Unless everyone goes, I can't make it that day. Well,
No,
why? What's wrong with May?
second Saturday in May?
Second Saturday in May is fine. Sure. People can show up for Free Comic Book Day and then show up
Yeah,
for
book club is way less stressful than Free Comic Book Day. Like, it's very chill. Like, book club after Free Comic Book Day, we can just lay back and take a nap while other people are talking if we have to.
Yeah.
Like, that's fine.
Yeah, go ahead and talk. and then Tommy put the post out there for the Powhatan Comic Con.
Yep.
So go check that out. That's in February at some point.
It's the last Saturday in February.
I knew it was sometime.
Yeah.
24th.
Yep. It's February 24th. This is the fourth time we've done Powhatan
We
Comic
did
Con.
2 pre-apocalypse.
And then one
and
after.
then last year. And then
this year, we're going to have more vendors, more artists. We're going to have some writers. And we are moving to the high school because we ran out of space at the middle school.
I was getting ready to ask you because I was like, I didn't actually read the thing. I just said I was going. But I was like, did they agree that we were going to the high school?
Yes, we're going to be at the high school. It's a bigger venue. We're going to have more space. So I've already picked up a few new people that we haven't had before.
Man, they must have didn't weigh a whole lot.
Nope. I'm very strong. So it should be a good time. And I've got other people that I'm talking to that I think we're going to have a few more folks out. So
I can set up and do draw stick figures.
Excellent. Excellent.
Did you know our first book club this year is actually Watson's Gotcha Day? Okay, just letting you know. So Watson will be here too.
Oh, cool.
On first book club.
That's fun.
Celebrating his 8-year anniversary.
Really? 8? I have no concept of time anymore.
Yeah.
I'm like, you just got him, didn't you?
Yeah, we've had that sucker for 8 years. So he will be showing up at book club too. So if you've never met Watson, come to book club.
He is a very chill dog.
He is.
He is the goodest boy.
He really is. I believe I can handle stick figure commissions for free, Bill. But I will be taking them. I'll do you a Moon Knight one. That way I can just do that with a big C through the stick. Okay.
You should no, it's Bill. You need to get him a Ghost Rider.
Ooh, I could do that.
A stick figure
A
motorcycle.
stick figure motorcycle with a I could do I'll set up and do stick figure commissions. That's what free. I think I got a bunch of those little cards
Yeah.
things somewhere. Yeah. That'd be fun.
That'd
Why
be
not?
Awesome.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, I'll practice my stick. I'll break out my pencils again and
I think we should stick with crayons.
no, I can't do a crayon. It'd be too thick.
Mm.
I write too small as it is. So a stick figure, if I did crayons, I'd have to make them larger. So yeah.
No, we don't grade things.
No, yeah. Sorry.
Mhm. No.
Bill, odds are if we sent it to CGC, then someone else would just crack it and put it in a different sleeve, and you would never get your stick figure Ghost Rider back.
That's true. Yep.
You would have gotten someone else's bad stick figure Ghost Rider that I did. Poor CGC.
Man.
They can't catch a break.
Well,
But here's the thing. So on the CGC, so we're going to talk about CGC now.
oh, good. Fun.
It's Bill's fault. This is Bill's fault.
Dang it, Bill.
I'm blaming Bill. So in case you don't know, CGC has found out that someone, they've said someone has learned how to take heat and crack their cases and replace the books
Mhm.
in them and reseal them. And they said they found the person, and then they said they think it's a few hundred, I think. But the issue lies for me is there's now YouTube videos all out there saying, here's how you do it. So to say only one person is doing this
Yeah.
seems odd to me. Right?
Yeah, I can't imagine it's just the one guy.
I can't either.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not still saying that they may only still be a few hundred,
Sure.
right? Not saying that, but I can't imagine it was this one guy who did all of those.
Yeah.
Right. That's the thing that I can't imagine. That whole thing seems.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will be interested to see and what their new cases look like very soon.
Yep.
Yes.
Exactly.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm gonna slide this on over.
Yeah.
Here's a rug. Sweet, 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 sweet.
So anyway, basically every time any news comes out about CGC, it makes my decision to not get books graded anymore. Make me feel better about it.
Yeah. All right.
I don't
Yeah,
know. I don't know how anyone would know whether the book they had was legit or not. I
Yeah.
have no idea.
Once again, I don't like it. Do you start? So here's where I think things like this can go really weird with the industry, right? Is so you have these books, and now it's like, oh well, this book's a 9192, so it's this price. But now it may not be. So now are we going to have to go to a level? Well, I'm a first owner.
Yeah.
Right. So now are you going to get a first owner label or a second owner
Yeah.
label? Like, how would you,
Yeah.
like it's not CGC, but like our giant size X-Men that we have, we're the second owner of that book.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, so does it go that route that's like, well, you're now a second owner? I'm like, I don't know how that's going to play out.
I agree, Bill. That would be a nightmare. Also, Phoebe said the book that she gave me for Christmas was Kings of the Wild. Thank you. I could not remember the title to save my life. It's phenomenal. It's a great book. We should all read it. I'll read it again.
I also used Jacqueline to tell me what I've read. She just rolled her eyes at me, but she knows it's true.
That's why you have spreadsheets.
People think it's funny, right? Like Gregory makes comments about her, like he'll ask her for a book and she'll go in here and find it. She'll do the same at home.
I believe it.
Yeah, I was like, she goes, "You've read that?" I'm like, "No, I haven't." She'll go right over to it and pick it up. Yeah, this is all right, sure.
That's why the ROM thing was blowing my mind because I couldn't find it.
Yeah, that's what.
It didn't exist.
Right, that's why I went down that rabbit hole because she agreed with me, and that never happens.
Yesterday I went down a Google rabbit hole looking for a kid's book I read when I was a child that was published in 1984. Apparently, I found it.
Wow.
I barely
had the dinosaur's name correctly, but it was not in the title of the book.
84. I don't know.
Dinosaurs?
Good old dinosaurs. Speaking of Shazam, I mean,
Shazam.
But yeah, the nightmare on the CGC stuff, I cannot even begin to fathom how you're going to know or just assume, right? Like, I mean, maybe some of them you can tell, right? Like maybe now that they know one, but like if they do a good job, how would you ever know?
Also, they announced last week that they're going to start grading DVDs and Blu-rays.
How is that going to work?
I don't know, man. It doesn't make any
Like how?
sense to me at all.
Like, how do you even give that a grade?
Like
all of them's going to be squished, right? Because it's all plastic, like it's already.
Like if they're still shrink wrapped,
But still.
are they going to unshrink wrap them? I don't know. It's confusing.
But like even that, like if you go like if you go to Second and Charles, you can see shrink wrap DVDs or Blu-rays, but they've been squished, so they're they're going to be a 6.5. I just these are interesting times. Interesting times we have going on.
Yeah.
Like, good for them, but I don't understand.
I don't either. I've never really like sports cards or even like Marvel trading cards. Those things getting graded makes sense to me because I can see 100% of the information.
Right.
In that case.
Right.
Like I've got a label, it says what grade it is. I can see everything on that card. I
can
get
see
that.
The front and the back.
I get it. I get it less for gaming cards like Magic or Pokemon because those technically like they're collectibles, but like they're designed to be played with.
Right.
Comics are confusing because like I want to read it. Like I can only see the front and the back cover now. It's no longer a comic, it's a pinup.
Yeah. Like I said, I get it from a preservation type standpoint on some of the old ones, but I don't know how well those containers are going to hold up over time, right? That's
right.
Like it's not like it's going into the Smithsonian, right? Like,
and these aren't like hardcore Mylar; they're like some sort of plastic. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But like to grade a video game or a movie, like that is I don't get it. It's not.
Can I get my whole Atari graded?
I mean, I assume that's next.
I
take my GameCube in to get it graded.
2-minute warning.
Wow. Hey, we still got someone yelling at us about get off my lawn.
We get a timeout.
She's talking sports.
I don't get it.
She's doing sports analogies over there.
I don't sports ball.
So what else we got going on? We got book club, Powhatan. That's it right now.
Right now.
Until Free Comic Book Day in May.
Yeah.
We'll be going to Pittsburgh sometime.
Yeah. That's in February. I think it's in February.
Yeah.
Again. It was February last year. I think it's February.
Yeah, I think it's February again. Is it the week of Powhatan?
No, I think it's earlier in the month.
Is it?
I think. God, I hope. Oh no. I thought it was like the 10th, something 10th.
I don't know. 22nd through the 24th.
Cool. Huh. Maybe Tess will be setting up at Powhatan.
Tess may be setting up at Powhatan. That's right. I may not be there to do my stick figure commissions.
Oh man, I thought comic. Well, I think we picked the date for Powhatan. We picked the date for Powhatan before they told us when
Comics
Pro
Pro
was going to be. Yeah.
Yep. That's a thing.
Yep.
Because they just told us when Comics Pro was.
Yep. All right. Well, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
We'll always figure it out.
It's no big deal.
It'll be fine.
It'll be good. It'll be good.
It'll be all good. All fine. So I'll be at Comics Pro.
Tess?
We'll have Tess.
Yeah.
Tess will be our backup. She can do it.
By herself? You're out of your fucking mind.
Oh my. Language.
I won't let you do that to her.
Unfiltered.
I'm ready to go home.
All right, we'll get this Common Pro thing figured out.
Yep.
Once again, we're just getting back in our rhythm. If you're still here and talking, Bill said watery dirts.
I'm ready to go home.
I can't help that. It's not.
I got a hockey game to watch.
So the next thing that Tommy and I are working on is our podcast. So you're not helping things by us getting through this quicker. So Tommy and I are currently working on our list of items for our podcast that we're going to be working on and everything like that. So if anyone has any ideas of what they would like for us to talk about, just send them our way on any way you can.
Like literally any social media.
Yeah, like
or
we're
email.
putting together like our first 10 shows right now, but just put it through there and we're going to be getting this up and running relatively soonish.
Yeah.
And then we'll let you know more about that soon. But we'll probably do some stuff on it, load some stuff here, but it'll probably be a different name on many other platforms.
Yeah.
So just so you know, it will not have RCX or Richmond Comics tied to it.
Yeah, it'll just be us.
And just be us.
Yep.
The two of us. So anyway, thanks everyone. We appreciate it. We'll get this year going and we'll get back into it. And maybe Tess will be back next week to keep us on track. So we'll see. All right, everybody. Have a good night. We will talk to y'all later. Bye.
Bye.
I got it. I can hit the end string.
Hit it.
Since Tess is not here to control this madness.